Namaste. Welcome to the Swayam Mook Kannada language learning series. I am Chetan Baji and I am here to assist you navigate the fantastic path of learning Kannada. Let us begin this wonderful learning excitement. Dear passionate learners, in the last video session of Kannada learning, you learned about how dative markers function in sentences and how important they are in sentence construction, right? Just to refresh your memory, I will go over the lesson again. There are four primary forms of dative markers: ge, ige, age and akke. Along with this, you observed how different vowel ending words use the dative mark. All nouns ending in e and a, whether human or non-human, use the dative marker ge. For example, nai plus ge, naige, means to the dog. Mane plus ge, manege, to whom. Tai plus ge, taige, to mom or to mother, and etc. Then you learned how different vowel ending words require different case markers to form an appropriate sentence. If you watch the video again, you will easily grasp the distinct components. Most significantly, you learned new terminology throughout this lesson, particularly concerning vegetables, fruits, and so on. I will recall a handful of them for your future reference. Let's get started. Tarakari, tarakari, vegetable. Taja, taja, fresh. Tai, tai, mother, also used to address ladies in respectful manner. Dari, dari, way. Dubari, dubari, costly. Padavalakai, padavalakai, snake guard. Parikshe, parikshe, examination. Malu, malu, goods. Matra, matra, only. Badanekai, badanekai, brinjal. Bendekai, bendekai, lady's finger. Beku, beku, want. Soppu, soppu, greens. Sautekai, sautekai, cucumber. Friends, this is all about the vocabulary you learned during the last session. Perhaps most importantly, you learned about phrases like beku means want and beda, don't want, as well as other defective verbs connected with the dative marker. Dear learners, today I am here with another interesting topic. Yes, today I am going to cover something which will explain you about the concept of comparison in Kannada. I hope all of you know about the two steps of comparison concept in English, like comparative and superlative. The most heard example you all know is good, better, best, right? But Kannada has particular forms which cover both comparative and superlative. As we always do, before we begin a new topic, we will go over the vocabulary used in this session so that you can learn about the Kannada words or terminologies and understand the conversation part. Let's start. Alli, alli, there, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Here. ಎತ್ತರ, ಎತ್ತರ. Tall or height. ಕಡಿಮೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ. Less. ಕಮ್ಮಿ, ಕಮ್ಮಿ. Is also less. ಕುಳ್ಳ, ಕುಳ್ಳ. Short or dwarf. ಕುಳ್ಳಿ, ಕುಳ್ಳಿ. Short girl. ಚೆನ್ನ, ಚೆನ್ನ. Fine. ಜೊತೆಗೆ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ. In addition. ತರಹ, ತರಹ. Type. ಸುಂದರಿ, ಸುಂದರಿ. Beautiful girl or beautiful women. ಸುಂದರವಾದ, ಸುಂದರವಾದ. Beautiful. ಹಾಗೆ, ಹಾಗೆ. Like that. ಹೆಚ್ಚು, ಹೆಚ್ಚು. Too much or more. ಕಚೇರಿ, ಕಚೇರಿ. Office. ವಿಭಾಗ, ವಿಭಾಗ. Section. ಕಂದಾಯ, ಕಂದಾಯ. Revenue. ಹಣ, ಹಣ. Cash. ಸಂದಾಯ, ಸಂದಾಯ. Remittance. ಖಜಾಂಚಿ, ಖಜಾಂಚಿ. Treasurer. ಎತ್ತರ, ಎತ್ತರ. Tall. Comparative marker is ಇಂತ. By adding ಇಂತ to the dative form, comparative construction can be obtained. Inta is the comparative marker. It is used to compare two subjects or objects. Kannada has no distinction of degrees unlike English. Intensifiers like bahala means lot of or more, tumba, ತೀರಾ are used to indicate the superlative degree. ನನಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಸಿನಿಮಾಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಇಷ್ಟ. ಐ ಲೈಕ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮೂವೀಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮೂವೀಸ್. ನನಗಿಂತ ರಾಮ ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡವನು. ನನಗಿಂತ ರಾಮ ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡವನು. ರಾಮ ಈಸ್ ಮಚ್ ಎಲ್ಡರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೀ. ಸುಮಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಿಂತ ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತಳು. ಸುಮಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಿಂತ ಬುದ್ಧಿವಂತಳು. ಸುಮಾ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆಂಟ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್. ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗಿಂತ ಆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗಿಂತ ಆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆ ಕ್ಲಾಸು ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಚ್ ಬಿಗ್ಗರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗಿಂತ ಮುಂಬೈ ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡ ನಗರ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗಿಂತ ಮುಂಬೈ ತುಂಬ ದೊಡ್ಡ ನಗರ. ಮುಂಬೈ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಮಚ್ ಬಿಗ್ಗರ್ ಸಿಟಿ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು. ಡಿಯರ್ ಲರ್ನರ್ಸ್, we are going to revisit something exciting that we touched upon in our previous class, intensifiers. Yes, those special words that add intensity and emphasize to what we are talking about. Okay? Now, here is an interesting example. I have used a common word across many examples today, that is tumba. Tumba. Remember this one? As I explained earlier, tumba is one of those wonderful words in Kannada that intensifies a statement. In English, words like much, so, very, or a lot of can act as equivalents for tumba. For example, you can say, this is tumba easy, which means this is very easy in English. Isn't that fascinating? Mixing English and Kannada. But wait, there is more. Kannada has other beautiful intensifiers too. Let me share a few examples. Ati. Ati, which means extremely. Bahala. Bahala or bahalashtu. Bahalashtu, which can mean a lot. ತೀರಾ. ತೀರಾ, which means utterly. And the list goes on. These words help bring your sentences to life by adding just the right amount of emphasis. So try using this in your daily conversations and feel the magic of Kannada intensifiers. Okay, let's dive straight into today's topic, comparison. This is such an interesting concept, and I promise you will understand it clearly with the examples we will look at. Here are a few sentences to get us started. ನಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿಗಿಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿಗಿಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದು means your office is bigger than our office. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗಿಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗಿಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕದು. Your house is smaller than our house. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗಿಂತ ಮೈಸೂರು ಚಿಕ್ಕದು. Listen once again. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗಿಂತ ಮೈಸೂರು ಚಿಕ್ಕದು. Mysore is smaller than Bengaluru. Did you notice something common in all these sentences? Yes, the word ginta. Ginta acts as the comparative marker in Kannada. Actually, inta is the main comparative marker which adds to dative marker and changes into different forms like ginta and kinta. Ginta and kinta. It is the magical word that helps compare two objects or things. But why just hear about it when we can see it in action? Let's head over to virtual office tour where Madhu and Bindu are having an interesting conversation. Pay close attention to how they use ginta in their dialogue. It all gives you some great ideas to practice Kannada comparisons. Let's go.
ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿನಾ? Is this your office?
ಹೌದು. ಎಸ್.
ನಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿಗಿಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿನೇ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. Your office is bigger than ours.
ಹೌದು, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಎಸ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಬಿಗರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದಟ್.
ಸಿಂಧು, ಇದು ಯಾವ ವಿಭಾಗ? ಕಂದಾಯನೋ ನೋಂದಣಿ ವಿಭಾಗನೋ? ಸಿಂಧು, which section is this? Revenue or registration department?
ಅದು ಕಂದಾಯ ವಿಭಾಗ. That is the revenue department.
ಕಂದಾಯ ವಿಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಅಲ್ವಾ? There will be more work in the revenue department, isn't it?
ಹೌದು, ಆದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಭಾಗಗಳಿಗಿಂತ ಇದೇ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಎಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಗರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಲ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್.
ಹಣ ಸಂದಾಯ ವಿಭಾಗ ಯಾವುದು? Which is the payment section?
ಅದೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, look at there.
ಅದು ಯಾರು ಬಿಂದು? ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ? Who is that person, ಬಿಂದು?
ಅವರು ಖಜಾಂಚಿ. ಹೆಸರು ಗೋಪಾಲ್. he is the treasurer. his name is ಗೋಪಾಲ್.
ನಿನ್ನದು ಅವರಿಗಿಂತ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹುದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Is your position higher than theirs?
ಹೌದು, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಿಂತ ನನ್ನದು ದೊಡ್ಡದಾದ ಹುದ್ದೆ. ಎಸ್, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಹೈಯರ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಜಾಬ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಎನಿವನ್ ಎಲ್ಸ್.
So, dear learners, I hope you enjoyed our virtual office tour and learned from Madhu and Bindu's conversation. Isn't it amazing how you can use simple words like ginta to compare and make your sentences more meaningful? Now it is your turn. Try making your own sentences using ginta and practice them in your daily conversations. Remember, practice makes perfect. Yes friends, let's make it fun and interactive with some drills and practice. Are you ready? Let's dive in. We will use comparisons in Kannada to make our concepts even clearer. Let's start with a few examples. If you want to say Bindu is taller than Madhu, how you say? Madhuginta Bindu yattara. Madhuginta Bindu yattara. Now, how about Ravi is shorter than Gauri, and that would be Gauriginta Ravi Kulla. Gauriginta Ravi Kulla. And here is another one. The sea is bigger than river. And how would you say? Yes, you should say Nadiginta Samudra Doddadu. Nadiginta Samudra Doddadu. Great job. I can see you are really getting the hang of it. Let's take it a step further with a few more examples. ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. This means our office is the biggest of all offices. Or our office is bigger than all offices. ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಮನೆ ಪುಟ್ಟದು or ಚಿಕ್ಕದು. This translates to this house is the smallest of all, or this house is the smaller of all. ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಹೂ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಹೂ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. Meaning, this flower is the biggest of all. Or you can say, this flower is bigger than all flowers. Now, did you notice something interesting in these examples? Let's break it down. In the first three examples, Madhuginta Bindu yattara. Madhuginta Bindu yattara. Gauriginta, I repeat, Gauriginta Ravi Kulla. Nadiginta Samudra Doddadu. Nadiginta Samudra Doddadu. We used Ginta. Listen, Ginta as the comparative marker to compare people or things. But in the next set of examples you heard, ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. Listen once again, ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಮನೆ ಪುಟ್ಟದು. ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಮನೆ ಪುಟ್ಟದು. ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಹೂ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಹೂ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. Here we see kinta as the marker instead of ginta. Kinta instead of ginta. So, what is the difference? It is simple. When you are comparing human nouns, the word ginta is used as the comparative marker. For example, Madhuginta Bindu yattara. Madhuginta Bindu yattara. But when comparing non-human nouns like objects, numbers or places, especially with the word yalla, we use kinta. Let's see for example, ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. ಎಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಚೇರಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದು. Isn't that an amazing way to structure your comparisons in Kannada? Now it's your turn. Try creating sentences using both ginta, ginta and kinta. Kinta. Practice them daily. Dear learners, this is an explanation of the concept of comparative marker in Kannada. I hope this video helped you learn Kannada. So, before we wrap off this session, let us review everything we learned today. From the previous session, we learned essential vocabulary words like tarakari, vegetable, taja, fresh, badanekai, brinjal, and soppo, greens. We also explored useful and important phrases like beku means want, and beda means don't want, along with dative markers. From the today's topic, we added more words to our collection, such as alli, there, yattara, tall, kulla, short, kacheri, office, and sundara or sundaravada for beautiful. Concept of comparison. We discussed the use of ginta as the comparative marker in Kannada to compare two subjects or objects. Example: Madhu ginta bindu yattara. Hope you remember this sentence. Madhu ginta bindu yattara. Bindu is taller than Madhu. Nadi ginta samudra doddadu. The sea is bigger than the river. We also learned that for non-human nouns, especially with yella, which means all, we use kinta. For example, yellakkinta ihu doddadu. This flower is bigger of all. Then we learned about intensifiers. So what is these intensifiers? We revisited intensifiers like tumba, ati, and tira, to add, emphasize, helping us express the superlative degree. Practical application. Yes, we observed a virtual office conversation between Madhu and Bindu, showing real-life usage of comparison and intensifiers. Now it is your turn to practice. Try making sentences using ginta, and kinta, with the vocabulary you have already learned in today's topic. Remember, consistent practice is the key to mastering Kannada. Thank you for joining me in this lesson. Keep learning, keep practicing, and I will see you in the next session. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು and happy learning.